Imagine a small country, among the deserts, on the Mediterranean coast, where all its neighbors are enemies to it. Right there. Israel. Their only chance to survive is never to make mistakes, no pity, and revenge. Here is Mossad, Intelligence, and Special Operations Institute, therefore there is. The Mossad, established by the Israeli state, as a mission to protect all the Jews in the world, is known as one of the most successful and feared secret services today. Such an organization that no law can be defined by its purpose, role, duty, authority and budget. The only person they are responsible for is the Prime Minister. It is not known exactly how many agents are in the Mossad, which officially took its current form in 1951. It is estimated that there were several thousand. However, their training is very harsh. First of all, they have to fulfill the requirements of a good university education, and being able to speak various foreign languages, as well as their native language. Apart from that, they receive training such as assassination, theft, insomnia, hunger, disguise, resistance to physical violence, calmness, ability to use all kinds of weapons, survive in nature and lying ability. This mysterious organization, one of the most assassinated secret services in the world. For example, at the Munich Olympics, in Germany in 1972, a Palestinian organization named Black September, killed 11 athletes by taking them as a hostage. After the German police force could do nothing, the Mossad started a series of operations, named Wrath of God. They hunted down everybody connected with the incident one by one. The whole world was shocked by the Mossad's intelligence power. However, this was neither the first nor the end. Let's go to a more recent date. In 2010, numerous Iranian nuclear physicists began to face various assassinations, such that some were found dead for no reason in their homes, some were attacked with bombs in the middle of the street. As a matter of fact, although all the names on the list are protected by Iran, Mossad destroyed them. Iran could not find any evidence about them. In 2019, Iranian General Qasem Soleimani was killed by the United States. Now look carefully at this picture. It was later revealed that the person in the back was shared the place of Qasem Soleimani with the Mossad. There are specially created assassination and sabotage units within the Mossad. For example, Qadon is one of the Mossad's expert assassination units. Journalists are described as an elite group of expert assassins. Almost everything is secret about Qadon, the unit, in the Israeli intelligence community, where details and information are most protected. This unit committed more assassinations than any European country, has carried out at least 2,700 assassination operations since its establishment. In 2004, Americans were receiving signals of interest in Syria. They reported to Mossad there were frequent phone calls between a small military facility in the middle of the desert and North Korea. Mossad agents traveled to London to track down a Syrian scientist they found. They sneaked into his hotel room to put a virus on the scientist's computer and followed it up. Interestingly, many details about El Kibar base were on this computer. North Korea and Iran had set up a nuclear facility there. In 2007, Mossad destroyed this facility in a secret operation. Mossad agents can be everywhere. Be sure, people you wouldn't expect can be the new sources of this agency. According to security experts, the Mossad is a mirror. No agent is different from you. They are so close to you that you see yourself in them. They adapt so well to the environment. Now I'm going to tell you the story of a strange spy, Al-Cohen, the son of a poor family, born in Egypt. He worked for the Egyptian army and gained the trust of the Syrian generals by serving in Syria. He reached the highest political ranks in the Syrian state, but he was a Mossad agent, and he was informing Israel with encrypted letters, radio signals, and unimaginable techniques. The information he randomly sent to Israel mixed with the radio frequencies of Russian intelligence, and turned out to be a spy. He was executed in Damascus on May 18, 1965. Despite his death, the Israeli army eliminated the Syrian army and won the war. There are frequent diplomatic crises between Israel and Syria to return his bones. Let's listen to another interesting character. Asaf Marvin. He is married to the daughter of former Egyptian President Jamal Abdel Nasser. In short, Marvin, who seeks personal power, with the complex of being valued as a groom. With the interest shown by the Mossad, satisfied his ego, and he gave Israel crucial information about the Egyptian powers. Codename Angel. As a result of this spying activity that lasted for years, Israel gained the great advantage in the Six-Day War. Asaf Marvin died in 2007, after falling from the balcony in London. It could not be determined as an assassination. After World War II, all former Nazi officers were literally hunted by Israeli agents. For example, Adolf Eichmann, the chief architect of the massacre, lived in Argentina by using a fake name. Mossad agents in disguise traveled to Argentina in a secret operation, kidnapped Eichmann and brought him to Israel. He was hanged in 1961, after his trial in Israel. Many other Nazis were destroyed by the Mossad in unexpected places. They even had to work as Mossad spies in order not to die. One of the most important features of the Mossad, they never forgets to take revenge. If there is an attack on Jews anywhere in the world, they will sooner or later ask to account for whoever is involved. Even 20 years later, there are names executed by Mossad. In 2016, Mohammed al-Zawahiri was murdered in Tunis. Qidam took on this situation. Al-Zawahiri, an engineer from Hamas, was red-listed by Israel for his attempt to design drones for Palestine. An interesting operation was carried out. A secret operation was initiated to evacuate the local Jews living in a poor area between Sudan and Ethiopia to Israel. The Mossad agents, who changed their identity for the operation, were shown to be married to each other. They started to run a hotel on the Red Sea coast. In a recent interview with the Spies on Duty, a journalist asked the question, "Do customers know you?" The former Mossad agent replied, "Sometimes sharks can be very hungry in places we go diving." So how was this organization so aggressive and untouchable? The answer to the question is related that Mossad's founders witnessed the Jewish massacre in World War II. Especially in those years, Mossad was regarded as a messiah, and Mossad agents saw themselves as the keeper of the society. All incidents I mentioned before are just as much as one hand's finger from thousands of Mossad operations. Perhaps, most of incidents we heard about could have been a Mossad operation. Similar operations are occasionally explained through various documentaries or books published by former agents. Until the 2000s, it was not even known who the heads of Mossad were. Today, it is still unknown where the top of the center is located. They continue to carry out secret operations in Europe and the Middle East. Mossad is one of the toughest intelligence organizations in the world in every respect. No intelligence agency can take a risk not to account for, as Mossad does. This is one of the factors makes Mossad dangerous.